welcome to another video of Stranded Alien Dawn. In this video I'm going to discuss the activities and scheduling. This seems to be a hard thing for a lot of people. This is what is responsible for your characters melting down too frequently or just flat out being crazy. Wondering why they're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, wondering why they're wandering around, wondering why, they're just completely stupid. The reasons are these two things. So today I'm going to discuss with you the finer points of it from my experience and also from watching other people's setups for these and then watching what occurs with their characters. So today I'm going to explain to you the basics of what will help your characters function properly. First off is your activities. What you need to be in is not simple, not even at the beginning of this game. Because simple priorities just puts check marks across. It doesn't give any greater details. It's extremely simplified, hence, simple priorities. So what you want are the advanced priorities, as you can see on my activities list. Now, the biggest priority I have set for 1, so the priorities go from 1 to 5. With 1 being the highest and 5 being the lowest priority. I set all of mine to 1 because if anything does happen, I want my other survivors to heal the other people as quickly as possible. If this is not set as the absolute highest priority, they may go off and handle or construct or make a sandwich or take a break. Go to sleep. When you set your priority to heal at 1, even when they come back from something, say you were attacked at night and all of your people are off being drafted and they just all want to go to bed because it's late. If this is not set to 1, they may not wake up and your people will sit there and bleed till, you manually put someone on it. So to help through this, to help you understand how to automate more of the control of your people, this is how you do it. Next, I set handle and deliver at 2. It is my next highest priority. The reasons for this are because if you have no one delivering or no one handling things, nothing will get done. I've seen people that set these to lower priorities, not quite understanding the importance of them, and I set them to the same exact number as whatever the top field that whatever my passenger is in. So if it's Emmeline, then Emmeline is my cook. So I want her on a 2 because it's my next highest priority. And so therefore I want her cooking all the time. And some people would say, well, then why would you set your handle and deliver to 2? Because then they're just going to get confused and they're going to wander all over the place. Well, that is absolutely not true. She will continue to cook, and when she is done doing what she's doing, there's no reason why she can't go take care of something. Or if she makes something, she'll deliver it to your shelf or your fridge or your freezer, whatever. If not, it'll just sit there. This is the problem that I've seen of people who chop wood in an area and then they look at their wood up top and it says I've got 600 wood, but I look at my pile where my storage is and I've got 4. Because the reason is if they're not delivering, then they're just going to leave the stuff wherever they have done it. If they go and they harvest something, they're just going to leave it there. No one's going to move it, and then you're going to have to put someone specifically on it. Well, this is going to tax them. So this is why I spread this around with all of my people doing that job. Because it takes the load off the other people. I've seen videos where people are explaining that, oh, I got to put one person on handle or I put one person on deliver. Well, when you start with four people, you take one person away from each of those, or even one for both. That's a job they can't do, and at the beginning, they literally need to do all jobs. It's very important that they all have an ability to do other things because they might not be doing what they're supposed to be doing, and this keeps them from being idle, is pretty much what it is. So you dictate from 1 to 5 what is most important for you. So Lara is my planter. So at the beginning of the game, she is on harvest and plant. For 2, it is my highest priority. But I'm not always planting or always harvesting, so she needs to do other things. So therefore, she will handle, she will deliver when she's not. And if I need her to hunt or scavenge, okay, I still have them in there. They're a lower priority, but she will do that if there is no other things. So if nothing's to deliver, nothing's to handle, she's not harvesting, all right, and I have scavenging on. So if I have picked a craft and picked to scavenge, she will go directly to that. When she's done scavenging, if there's farms and there's something to harvest, she will run right to that and harvest. When she's harvest that, there's nothing to do. If there's something to deliver or handle, she will do that. If there's not, she'll run right back to the craft and scavenge. It's not that it's hectic or chaotic, it's actually the opposite and very controlled because you're not micromanaging your people, you're just letting them be. So you give them set things, you set the priorities for them depending on what you think you want them to do. Krista is my researcher, therefore, all other things are set to a higher or a lower priority than her research. Her deliver and handle, that's fine because at the beginning there isn't quite that much to handle or deliver. And if she gets off her research bench for, half a second to move something somewhere, well, it gets done and she goes back to it. And she is so fast at research that even getting off her table for a minute is quite fine. Um, I mean, I need Quinn on crafting and construction because, well, he will do better at it. He's got higher numbers for it, so at the beginning of the game, I use him for that. Once I research the balloon, he's off most of the time because I need the breakthroughs. So again, setting up your activities is huge to cut out the micromanaging of your people. Now, that's not to say that you may not have to send someone somewhere specifically. That still will happen. But to take a lot of the micromanaging out of this, setting proper priorities to your gameplay. So again, this may vary for people's choices of who they pick when they land and what their strengths are. So depending on whatever the strengths of the people, you want those at the highest priorities. So whether it be cooking or crafting or construction or farming, you want those set at least a 2, and you want your handle and your deliver to match. It's very important. I have done many games of this, and this type of scheduling works perfectly. I can literally, as time goes on and I've got enough things to do and my people are moving, I can go day after day of them repeating a cycle of just taking care of everything. I don't even have to touch the mouse. I don't have to anything. I could just move my thing around just to see where they're all going, and it's just like watching the game play itself. That's because the activities are set to allow them to do a lot of different things in multiple stages. So depending on if one thing needs to be done to another thing, they will do it. The people are not stupid. Um, it's just poor activities planning that creates the bottlenecks. It creates people not doing what they're supposed to. It becomes a real problem. So do understand that deliver and handle are very important. Um, handling, people don't quite understand it, is the moving or the turning on of lights, closing of windows, stuff like that. If I have a furnace needs to be handled to move the alloy out of the furnace. That's what handling is for, and it is very important. Otherwise, things just sit places. Now, deliver is again if I cut bushes or trees, or I mine rocks, or I scavenge. If I don't have a high deliver, they will literally leave all of the stuff wherever it is. So you can understand now just how important these two are to changing your game. They should never be on the same level as heal. Heal should always take the priority, so keep that in mind that one will always be heal and everyone should be on it. Um, so the easiest way when you start is to pick one of the characters, um, knock out all of the numbers, make it all blank, and then you can just set one for their heal, two for their handle, two for the deliver, and then copy and then paste it all the way down to the other people, so it's just easier than putting all of the other numbers in. And then you can fill in all of the rest of the numbers for however you need your gameplay to be. But do understand that these may also have to be adjusted throughout the game, so keep that in mind. But remember that their main strengths are what your highest priorities are, and they will match your handle and your deliver. It will create a good productivity line for them to just keep moving around, and they will be fine, trust me. The other thing is scheduling that people are having hard times with. Now, you so I have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of sleep. I have 3 hours before they sleep. Um, I can give them an anything during the day. Usually I don't. You can, when you get things set up, add like when you add punching posts and dartboards. If they appear they're going on a meltdown, just pull them off their job, send them there for a half a second, and then they'll go right back to their job and they'll be fine. So, what you really want is them, slave working all day. You want them working from the time they get up to the time they go to bed, no breaks in between. This causes a problem. As you see, all of my people are also on the same schedule, which is very important because it's easier to keep track of them all. Nobody's disturbing anyone because they're either all up or they're all sleeping. Um, and the reason why I don't give them breaks is because they will wander off. If they're further out somewhere and they're chopping trees and it's break time, well, they'll just leave everything there, walk away, and just it takes time. And by the time they actually walk back, sometimes the break's over, and then they didn't even get their break, and then they just walk right back again. Um, because you can't guarantee what they're actually gonna do with their relax time or their anything time. So having these during their break days, you have to remember that these aren't real people. There are no laws for mandatory breaks. This is slave time, is what this is. And when you land on a crash planet, well, getting your stuff up and running as fast as possible is the best method. So, you're going to need them working almost around the clock. And meltdowns are going to occur at the beginning or even get close to meltdowns because you are working them so hard. But all you really need is 3 hours before bed of relax time. It's late at night. They're not really functioning well working in nighttime anyway. They slow down. They don't like it if there's not a lot of light. So you don't really want them working too late anyway. So give them their relax time. They will be fine. They'll go to bed. They'll wake up. Um, and as far as happiness, this is why I have Emmeline, because Emmeline is going to cook them food and they are going to absolutely love it. It's going to give them bonuses and boost to their happiness. So, you know, everything will be fine for that. So remember, keep in mind the priority numbers for your activities to not use the simple priorities, use the advanced priorities, because then you can have greater control over your people and they will function much better for you. And as far as your scheduling, keep them all on the same schedule. Do not stagger weird amounts. It causes conflict in a lot of areas. Keep them all tight together. Keep them on the same schedules. Unless you have, one of the other characters, can't remember who he was, and he works better at night. He can still function in the day, but that would be the only other case where I would switch a schedule. But then you also, again, run into the problem of disturbing people's sleep. So until you get, a decent home with segregation of your rooms, then you will have problems with disturbed sleep. It will hurt their happiness, and that's what causes the meltdowns. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe it. I will have more videos coming up for different things like farming and base building, defense, and hopefully this will help a lot of people. If there are any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will answer them, and I do look forward to making more videos for you. Thank you.